Lots of people want houses in Bloxburg, but they're expensive. One measly house can cost you up to $1 million. So in today's video, I'm going to be building an entire house with $50,000. As you can see in my little bank, I have a pristine 50,000. And for most people, this would probably take about half an hour to work for. And also, just before we get into this video, look what Bloxburg released, guys. If you can't bother to read all that because, you know, it's like a dictionary. Basically, they're removing fainting. They're doing a new update soon, and they're upping our pay. So soon, you won't even need a $50,000 house. But with all that said, let's get started. So normally I might go into fences and start like doing our outline like this. Look how much money that is. So today we're just gonna have to start with the walls. And also notice how these lines here are a bit thicker. I'm actually gonna be building inside of this square here. That way we're not using the big plot game pass. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let's actually start the build. So I'm thinking we should have a special space for the staircase. That can be here. Then this could be our little entryway. And I don't want to build it too far back because obviously we won't have a lot of money for a big garden. And I've not gone for any shenanigans today. We've literally just done a bog standard exterior layout. Now, I say we're not going for any shenanigans. We're about to. Next up is basic shape. Now, somebody said on my other video, Reese's, I can't use basic shapes. Yes, you can. These are free for every last player to use. Obviously, you do need advanced placement because you need that for everything.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
But you don't need the transform tool or anything. So I was thinking, I just wanted to make this house unique. I wanted to show you that you don't just have to have a normal house, even though you're on a budget. Now, I know I briefly mentioned it at the start, but I just want to say I'm so excited for the next Bloxburg update. People are saying it's going to be on Thursday, the 12th of September, which, I mean, I don't know if that's true, but if it is, like, that's so soon. And honestly, I just can't wait to see what they add. They said also something about adding private neighborhoods. What? Does that mean you're not going to have to pay anymore? Because neighborhoods have been rinsing my bank account for about 3 years. But there we go. We've got a little bit of shape and structure on the front now. So we'll go ahead and add our roof in, which we're actually going to place by hand, making a 1-block ring around the roof. Now let's get my big body out the way. Sorry, girl. You need to stop eating those donuts. You're blocking my whole view. Then we're going to color this some very neutral colors. And then these ones back here, let's go into planks and see what we have to offer. Oh, baby, I'm loving this. I really like it. And since this is a challenge video, it also means we cannot neglect the back. We have to make the back look like an actual house, which is actually very sad because I hate doing the back.
For what reason? What have I done, y'all?
Now, also, I have just looked at my money. Why did I forget this was a build challenge? I've already used $8,000 on some walls and a roof. Okay, so I think we will splash a little bit more cash on these windows, but that is it, guys. After this, no more splashing, okay? But we simply did need these ultra-wide windows, didn't we? And oh my gosh, wait, but I do know how we can save money. Rather than using those big, expensive ones there, a little building hack with Reese. Use this one. It's $50, and basically, you just have to resize it up, which is a little bit expensive the first time you do it. As you can see, $39. But then, rather than being $250, it's only $89. Of course, with this one, the only way you can do it is with the big window, which is a bit sad. And then finally, I think we should just have like maybe something like that. And these glass doors are actually much cheaper than you'd think. I thought they'd be like $2,000. They're only $900. So there we go. That is the basics of the build-in. Next up, we're going to add in the pathway and stuff. And this is so cheap because it's literally floor. Floor is the cheapest item in Bloxburg. No excuses for not adding a floor, okay? And then for the rest, I think we should just do some big striped grass. I always advise having fences. I think these modern panel fences are quite good value with just maybe one little birch tree there. And then for the rest of the garden, since we have actually been a little bit too crazy with the budget, we're just going to add a bunch of these little mini plants because they're like $2. And honestly, I don't even think we should risk adding like a fountain or anything. I think it's just too much at this point. So we're going inside with $33,000. Now, I forgot, I did actually do the layout. Basically, we're going to have the lounge room here, kitchen, dining here, and little laundry room. So I actually have been pretty sensible on the inside. And oh my gosh, it feels weird not even being able to afford an elevator. So for the staircase, I originally wanted these ones because this is like the perfect one. But that's $1,800.
$100.
But then the cheaper one, which is $400, is just a big blob. You know what I mean? And I feel like the whole point of having the window is so that you can see everything. Maybe we could settle for the $800 one. It's sort of in the middle and it's saving us a little bit of money. I mean, it's very thin. I didn't realize that you're actually gonna have to be Slender Man to get through here. Maybe we should literally make the laundry room just a little cubby. We are on a budget after all. Now, I haven't even decided what style this house is gonna be. I guess it's modern, isn't it? Nah, really? I thought this was royal. I actually thought this was Buckingham Palace, actually. Sometimes I'm so thick, it's beyond me. Now, we're definitely gonna be coloring everything before we copy and paste it. And it's been a hot minute since I've done my iconic grey and white marble tiles. As for our doors, we ain't gonna be able to use no modern reveal doors, are we? These are too luxurious. My best bet is that we're gonna have to use the $300 one because look, all of the ones before that, they're just too simple. Whereas this one actually has a little bit of flair to it. Like, it looks much more expensive than it is. As for our little laundry room, we actually need double doors. Oh my gosh, why can I not spell? Yeah, I think it's gonna look a little bit better with an opening on it. And then as we head upstairs, what is our layout gonna be? Maybe we should have quite a big landing. And of course, this can be the master bedroom. We even give it its very own closet and bathroom. And then maybe family bathroom and 2 bedrooms. Wow. I really haven't made this challenge easy for myself, have I? So we're gonna start in the kitchen because that's kind of where I'm being drawn to. And I'm trying to use cheap paints. Look, only $5 a piece. As for wall trims, I do not care what wall trims we use as long as they're cheap. As for our windows back here, I think we're just gonna have to be using these cheap ones now. We cannot be using $2,000 windows anymore. So as for the kitchen counters, I will refuse to use these. I refuse it. It is $50 more to use these, but how much more detail? Sometimes you've got to think, how much am I actually losing if I use this? Not much a lot of the time. Again, for the cabinets, we're using the cheapest one, just $240. And oh my gosh, I've just realized something. We're gonna have to use the cheap oven. No, surely we can use 2 of these. Yeah? Yeah? No, goodness, I spent my life trying to keep you at bay and now you've invaded it. We're also gonna have to use the cheap fridge and the cheap microwave. But then again, I guess lots of people don't actually mind using this stuff. And then we'll do my little sticks so it sort of looks a little bit sectioned off. I had a frog in my throat.
There's a frog stuck in my throat.
Now, since we don't have any cheap glass doors, I'm actually going to have to fake these windows as being doors. And a lot of people have fake doors in the house, okay? It's much more common than you might think. There we go. Now we got some fake doors. Basically, the reason I did that is because our kitchen was getting a little bit too big. As for our cabinets, let's go ahead and add some of these in, although they're so expensive. Gosh, $50,000 really isn't a lot of money. Yes, I spend it in 5 seconds, but when you're building an average house, it's just not that much, is it? And oh God, I just forgot to copy and paste all of that. I'm so reckless. Right, we're finishing this off with literally the cheapest appliances. This kettle, we haven't seen it on the channel in years. This coffee machine, absolutely not. This toaster, disgusting. And then rather than adding luxury plates, we're just gonna have to have like spoons. And there we go. I think that is okay for the actual kitchen. Of course, we do need to finish it off with an island. I'm honestly a joke. Like, why have I done this? We're just gonna have to put the cheapest fruit. Right, there we go. Let's just leave this expensive hot mess. We have $18,000 left and we've done 1/2 of a room. What is my actual problem? This dining room has been the cheapest thing you've ever seen. What is the cheapest dining table? $100. That's what I like to see. Okay, log chairs. Absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with these. There we go. I'm not that good at maths, but that table cost us about $400. I was originally going to have it tucked in there, and we probably should have just made this the house, you know what I mean? Like, with just a sofa there. But no, I had to go big, didn't I? So I guess we'll now have the dining table in the middle, and then we're going to have to put like a chair built in here now, aren't we? I've created work for myself, haven't I? And guys, we're not going to be able to use my iconic potted plant. We're just going to have to use the cheapest one that comes up, which is this. I mean, it's kind of a sleigh. And what's the cheapest chandelier? This one! Okay, $280. Right, I'm feeling a little bit better now. We only spent $3,000 on that room, which is reasonable. It's reasonable. And do you know what is an underrated light? These ones. Yeah, they look like trash right now, but if you actually color it like linen, how gorgeous is that? That's absolutely stunning. However, laundry rooms, price-wise, are the devil's work. They are so expensive. Like, we could literally spend the whole rest of this budget on a laundry room. I normally do. But what we're just gonna have to do is just literally one like that, and then a counter with maybe some detergent. That is going to have to be our laundry room. We don't have any more money to do anything else.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
I'm now just colouring all the walls, only $5. And you might be looking at me right now, being like, Reese's, you're never going to do this now. And I ask you, have faith. I believe, guys, that we're going to do this and we're going to complete it with flying colours. So give me these $70 lights again. These were absolute godsends. And this floor lamp is so cheap, but it is a beast. Look at it. Now we're only gonna be able to have a little bit of wall trim in this room. And then maybe like the cheapest chair, like this little blob can just go in the corner. And as for our console tables, what's the cheapest one? Maybe this? Now don't get me wrong. If you didn't splash all your money on a kitchen like this, then you might not have to use these pathetic end tables. But as always, I have just been a silly cow. Anyway, we'll just literally use a $80 hat stand and a $20 coat rack. And I think that's gonna have to be our entryway, isn't it? So as we go into the lounge room, at least when we finish this, we would have finished downstairs. So the temptation to go and add an entertainment center is so strong, but no, we can't. I'm gonna add a couple more windows though. And as for our lighting, this chandelier seems the best for our money. Oh my gosh, I forgot we're gonna have to buy a TV. So expensive, $1,000. No, it's too much. But then is it gonna be more expensive to buy than a TV stand? I don't even know at this stage.
I don't know.
Look at this. No, we cannot use that, can we? No, I'm sorry. I'm at least getting us the $900 one. And this is giving 2020 Bloxburg. If you didn't know, people have been telling me lately, Reese's, you build like you're in 2020 and I'm not helping those rumors. Look at it, guys. I'm on a budget. So we'll do 2 sofas facing each other. Or maybe we shouldn't be doing it fancy. Maybe we should be having it like a bit more natural. Oh, that's actually quite cute. But again, why did I make this room so big? How much is a piano? 1,000. Is it stupid to add a piano in here? Probably, but it's the only thing I can think of to fill this space. We now have a whopping $5,000 to do all this. Wow. This is gonna go well, isn't it? Holy moly, this is gonna go terribly. I haven't even added the doors in. Oh my gosh, no, right. You know what? It's going cheap up here. I don't care. This is the doors. Even this is too expensive for our broke budget at the moment. Maybe I'm about to be proved wrong, guys. Maybe you do need a big budget in Bloxburg. Maybe I'm just too ambitious. So for our master bedroom, we need a double bed, but the cheapest one, okay, is $500. Not too bad. And how much is a decal? Maybe we could do a decal headboard. No, that is literally the epitome of broke, but I think we're gonna have to do it. No offense, by the way, if you have one of them. And honestly, guys, that's all we can add in here. It's too expensive. And normally we'd be having a lovely, gorgeous chandelier there. Not today. This is such a beautiful closet, guys.
Oh my God. What is that?
And we do need to add at least one, like, bath and shower, because otherwise, how are we actually meant to wash? Then how much are other beds? Okay, right, $200. Cheap enough, cheap enough. And with that, guys, the $50,000 house is done. It's done. It's done. Okay, guys, here we are outside, and it's honestly, like, polar opposites. The outside is stunning, and then you see the inside, and it's just like, what? I wonder what the value of this plot is. 44,000? I guess it must just not have updated yet, because we spent the whole budget. And with $50,000, this is what we came up with. Bear in mind, the exterior was only about 10,000, so that's pretty cheap for what you got. And honestly, you just have to be a little bit more smart when decorating the inside. So as we head in, we first of all have this gorgeous little entryway, which to be fair is very spacious. We've got a lot of natural light coming in. It's when we turn left into the lounge room, things get a little bit more sad and depressing. I mean, I might be being a little bit harsh. This isn't actually that bad of a house, is it? It's just very disgusting. And of course, we have our little piano here, so we can play some Clair de Lune. But yeah, that's the lounge room. I love the big windows, though. Let's appreciate that. Now, to be fair, this room in here is one of a kind. The dining room, stunning. This little sofa moment, love it. And then of course our laundry room is beautiful, but by far the kitchen steals the cake. Look at it. It is amazing. We spent about $10,000 on it, so I'm not surprised it looks so good. But to be fair, we should have just made this the entire house. Do you know what I mean? Like, this would have been a good enough downstairs. But there we go. We've done that now. As we head upstairs, I actually really like our little upstairs bit. So bedroom number 1, this had so much potential. In here is another bedroom. This one at least gets a lamp. Yeah, let's focus on the bright side. Do you get it? We have one guest bathroom here, and then of course the master bedroom. This headboard is a travesty. But yeah, the master bedroom, it gets the best view, but it's too empty again. But at least it has its very own closet and bathroom. So there we have it, guys. That was the $50,000 house. Although I feel like we've been scammed because it's only worth $44,000. If you liked it, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.